All right, so here I am in my dining room, aka new classroom, whatever you want to call it. And I am getting ready to go and I'm supposed to touch my face. I'm not touching my face. I almost did. I really like that, but I didn't. See, having a mustache right now, it's kind of a pain because little hairs, they tickle your nose and makes you want to do that, but you can't. It's like driving me crazy right now. But anyways, which is also, we'll talk about gas masks and mustaches, which kind of prevented a seal, which is why Hitler had that little dumb thing right under his nose. I didn't touch my face during that whole thing. But anyways, he had that little Hitler mustache, and that's why, because he was in a gas or in a trench, and the gas cloud came, and he couldn't seal his gas mask up. Ended up in the hospital, so he shaved the sides of it off. Um, I don't get that as someone who has a mustache. I'm telling you, this is like the worst part of the mustache because this is the part that tickles your nose. But whatever. That guy didn't make a lot of sense anyways. So I am going to go out and I'm going to build a trench warfare battlefield replica in my backyard with my shovel. Okay. Now, the soldiers would have had bigger shovels than this, and there would have been more of them than just me. But I'm just doing a small one. I've got a garden section out in my backyard, and I'll show it to you. It'll look pretty cool. And then I'm going to set my army guys. So I've got green, and I've got beige. So you guys can decide who's who. It doesn't matter to me, but we can pretend these are the Germans and these are the French or whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so when we get out there, I'll kind of show you what I'm doing and show you why they dug them the way they did. And yeah, it should be interesting. So yeah, a little different than doing it in front of you in the classroom. But hey, this is fun too. So, when else do I get to do this in my sweatpants and my muck boots? And can't make fun of me for wearing gloves, okay? I got this thing about getting dirt under my fingernails. Just please don't make fun of me about it. I don't know. I don't mind having dirty hands. I'm not like that kind of guy, but I don't like having dirt under my fingernails. It's just a weird web thing. I don't know. It just drives me crazy. So I'm wearing gloves. So yeah, you can go and make fun of me if you want, but haha, I'm not there to hear it. So you'll just have to do it on the internet. And then I'll have proof, and then I can start crying and be like, ha ha, ha, they were making fun of me, and then I can have that proof, and that's really not going to do me any good, is it? Okay. I'll just shut up and go start digging. First, let's look at some trenches from World War I. If you notice, a lot of them are different. None of them are like professionally dug. Most of them are dug in a hurry. You'll see different varying heights. That one's being dug right now. This one, look at the barbed wire and the fence between them. That's to slow you down as you climb up over the trench so that you're an easier target. Remember, a lot of guys had machine guns. If you look there, it's all bombed out. Once again, more barbed wire, more obstacles to get around. And this aerial shot shows you that they really weren't straight. So they weren't just straight lines in a field. So that's what I hope to recreate. All right, hey, I'm outside getting ready to build my battlefield, my trench warfare battlefield. Yes, I have my gloves on, so I don't want to hear it. Out behind my house, and I've got my garden area all ready to go. I've got my shovel. I've got my army men. I may have to switch shovels, so with the beauty of editing, you'll never see that, but you might notice a technical error when you see me start with that little blue plastic thing I had. I bought that with a beach pail, which I'm going to use for the video on Friday that you'll get to see when I do my trench warfare game simulation. That one's going to be fun too. So anyways, I don't know if it's going to work or not. So here I am out behind my house. So there's my house on my computer, so I can sit this thing out and yell. So this is what the battlefield looks like before we dig the trenches. As you can see, it's out here behind my shed. You can still see my big dumb arm and leg. So I will get to digging and give you a layout of what it's going to look like as we go. All right, time to string the barbed wire. So that's what we're doing now, and because the trenches had barbed wire between them. So as you can see, there were a lot of fortifications there, and a lot of barbed wire between the fortifications. So I'll do a whole thing once we get the whole thing done, but they had fortifications from whatever logs they could find. They had barbed wire strung. They had landmines, which we'll get to in a minute. You also had the dangers of poison gas, which I can simulate that too. Not because I went to Chipotle or anything last night. I'm going to use some stuff from my smoker. I think that'll work pretty well, so stay tuned. All right, so another thing they had a lot of, I mean, aside from the barriers, aside from the muck, aside from the barbed wire, was landmines. So we are going to have landmines that you can see. Remember, the idea behind a landmine is you can't see it. So I'm going to make mine visible so you guys can see them and get more out of the simulation. But I'm going to use these purple aquarium rocks. No, I don't have an aquarium. I was using them to make a lamp for my daughter. So I had some left over. So I'm going to toss those onto the no man's land between the trenches, give you an idea what that looked like. So when you see the purple stones, just remember that those are landmines and not pretty decoration. All right, sorry for the close-up of my face, but the battle has begun. All right, you can probably hear it in the background. Look at the smoke, and maybe it's not smoke, maybe it's poison gas. You just don't know. But as you can see, I'm about to turn the computer around and show you the trench warfare as it's happening. It's crazy. You would not want to be in this. Remember, the purple things are landmines, and you got barbed wire, and you got people shooting at you with machine guns. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you, crazy. So check this out. So there it is. Your enemy forces firing at you. You can see the smoke or poison gas rolling in. It's a scary situation all the way around. Look at that. Barbed wire. Enemies. Oh, they're shooting at you. My tarp so I don't get dirty. Crazy. Crazy. They didn't have the luxury. Look at all those landmines. Ah, that's what these guys were dealing with. Hey, so there you have it. I hope that gives you some sort of idea of what trenches look like for World War I. So when we're going over that part of the notes, let me look at my schedule here because I've got it written out. And I recycled this piece of paper from the recycling bin. So I'm being frugal and world green. What's the world friendly? Earth friendly. That's what it is. Yeah. So anyways, it looks like we're going to be doing this video on Wednesday, March 25th. And then on Thursday, you'll be going over the World War I Part 3 notes. And the World War I Part 3 notes are going to be about trench warfare. And then on Friday, I'm going to do a little trench warfare game in my backyard that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Well, maybe for me. I have a feeling it's not going to be so much fun for me because, well, you'll see what I mean. Anyways, I wanted to give you the video first so you guys had an idea of what trenches looked like. Hopefully you liked the simulation or the replica I put in my backyard. It was fun doing it. A lot of work. Now I got to go clean it up. So have a great day. Stay healthy out there, and I'll see you again on Friday.